So what is Facebook? It's currently the largest social network in the world. With such a large user base, ignoring Facebook really isn't an option for most marketers. Facebook has three tools: pages, ads, and groups that can be used by anyone. Each of these options has its own purpose, and they can be combined for greater reach. In this lecture, we'll discuss the basics of Facebook and start talking about Facebook pages. Then we'll have two more lectures that will explore more in-depth pages and what they can do for you. We'll then move on to Facebook ads and Facebook groups. Let's start with the basics. I'm pretty sure you already have a Facebook profile, but just in case, let's discuss what you see as a logged in Facebook user. You have a personal profile that is called your timeline that includes a profile picture and cover photo, as well as a series of other personal information such as your employment history or your relationship status. Obviously, this information is optional. It's called a timeline because you can include information, important milestones, and memories spanning your entire life. Once you've filled out a good portion of your timeline, you can start searching for and adding so-called friends. Search for them in the search box that appears on the top of the page. Finding friends on Facebook is incredibly important, not simply to connect for connection's sake, but to stay up to date on your friends' latest news, thoughts, activities, and tastes. And the place to access that information is your newsfeed. The newsfeed is the first thing you see once you have logged in. There you'll view friends' status updates, new photos, links to articles, etc., and the contents posted by the pages that you like. You can interact with each post by liking it, commenting on it, or sharing it on your own timeline. Needless to say, Facebook can be an enormous source of distraction. I personally used to waste a lot of time checking out everything that appeared on my newsfeed until I found a free plugin that tremendously increased my productivity. It's called Facebook Purity. You can just Google it and install it in your browser, and it will give you the option to hide your timeline completely. It might prove incredibly useful when you have to concentrate on something. If Facebook Purity doesn't work in your browser, you can also use another plugin called Social Fixer. Most entrepreneurs, especially those that are just at the beginning of their journey, do everything by themselves. If this is your case, you just cannot afford to waste precious time. There is one important rule you need to remember. According to Facebook's terms of use, only real people, individuals, can have a Facebook profile. For anything else, that is your brand, your product, your website, your whatever, you need to create a Facebook page. Facebook pages are similar to profiles, but for businesses, organizations, and public figures. Users can like a page, which means they automatically receive updates from that page in their newsfeed. While profiles require a mutual relationship between friends, pages can be liked by anyone without a requirement for the page creator to accept a fan. They also don't have a restriction on the number of fans that they can have, like profiles which are limited to 5,000 friends. Facebook pages are the simplest, easiest way to start marketing with Facebook. They are free, relatively easy to set up, at least in their basic forms, and incredibly flexible. Each page has a profile photo and cover image. Your profile photo should be your logo, or if you don't have one, a representative image of your product. Remember that the picture you choose should be recognizable even in a very small size. The cover image will enhance your page and draw the eye of your visitors. It's really up to you to choose what you put there, but there are some rules you should respect. Covers can't be deceptive, misleading, or infringe on anyone else's copyright. You can't encourage people to upload your cover to their personal timelines, and you should not include too much text. At the moment, it is unclear what percentage of text with respect to the total surface of the image Facebook allows, but let's say you should try to keep it visual. Make sure you do not hide any content behind the profile photo. Instead, try to balance your design by placing some elements on the right. Create a design that is consistent with your website or your product design. You can also add a call to action and a link in the image description. After creating your page design, you are ready to start filling out all the other details. According to the category you choose for your page, you will be asked to insert some kind of specific information. For example, if you create a page for a movie, you can specify the name of the director, the plot, the cast, and other relevant information that you will not find, for instance, in the website category. Just visit the information section and complete all the fields. Awesome! Now you are ready to start updating your page with actual content. Something I love about Facebook is that you can schedule your updates. Instead of hitting the publish button, just select schedule and then choose a time and a date. And that's it. This is another great way to optimize your time and efforts. You can schedule your posts 1 week ahead or even 1 month ahead, which is awesome. But make sure you check your page daily anyways, because there may be comments to moderate or messages to reply to. We'll discuss more about content in our next lecture, so I'll see you there.